Welcome to our channel. Today we embark on a captivating expedition into the lesser-known corners of our extraordinary world. Prepare to be amazed as we unearth fascinating and fun facts that will leave you questioning reality. From the depths of the ocean to the furthest reaches of space, we'll delve into mysteries that have captivated humanity for centuries. So fasten your seatbelts, open your minds, and get ready for an unforgettable adventure through history, science, and the sheer wonder of our planet. Imagine a world cloaked in darkness, the familiar hum of electricity silenced, plunging millions into an unnerving quietude. On November 9, 1965, this became a reality for over 30 million people across the northeastern United States and Canada. A catastrophic power failure, later attributed to a faulty relay in Ontario, cascaded through the interconnected grid. Streetlights flickered and died, plunging bustling streets into darkness. Homes fell silent, televisions went blank, and the comforting glow of everyday life vanished in an instant. The outage, which lasted for over 13 hours in some areas, brought chaos and confusion. Traffic snarled, subways ground to a halt, and people huddled in the darkness, sharing stories and anxieties. But amidst the disruption, a breathtaking celestial tapestry was revealed. Millions gazed upwards in awe at a night sky ablaze with stars, a sight obscured for generations by urban life. The Great Blackout became a defining moment, reminding us of our interconnectedness and the power of nature. During World War II, a young Princess Elizabeth defied expectations and embraced a different kind of service. At 18, she joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service, becoming the first female member of the royal family to serve in the military. Donning overalls, she trained as a mechanic and ambulance driver, mastering vehicle maintenance and first aid. Images of the young princess, her hands covered in grease, captured the hearts of the nation. Her dedication during the war solidified her place as a symbol of resilience and national unity. Today, Queen Elizabeth II stands as the only British monarch to have served in the military, a testament to her unwavering commitment to her people and nation. Few events in American history are as dramatic as the duel between Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. Once allies, their political differences and personal ambitions fueled a growing animosity. The rivalry reached its boiling point in the summer of 1804, leading to a duel. On July 11, 1804, in Weehawken, New Jersey, Hamilton and Burr faced each other, pistols in hand. 2 shots rang out, shattering the morning calm. Hamilton, mortally wounded, collapsed to the ground. Burr fled the scene, his reputation forever tarnished. The death of Hamilton sent shockwaves through the fledgling nation, marking the end of an era. Burr's political career lay in ruins, overshadowed by the shadow of that fateful duel. For centuries, the operating room has been a realm of human expertise, but in recent years, artificial intelligence has emerged, revolutionizing surgery. In 2022, the first-ever surgery performed entirely by a robot took place. The procedure involved a delicate intestinal surgery, once thought impossible for a machine. At the heart of this revolution lies STAR, the Smart Tissue Autonomous Robot. By eliminating human error, robotic surgeons have the potential to significantly improve surgical outcomes and expand access to life-saving procedures. In the inky depths of the ocean exists a creature so bizarre, it seems to defy the laws of nature. The barreleye fish, with its transparent head, offers a living window into its inner workings. Its luminous green eyes rotate within their transparent chamber, detecting the faint bioluminescent glow of prey. These eyes can rotate upwards, allowing it to scan the waters above for potential meals. Recent research revealed that the fish's eyes are coated in reflective pigments, allowing for clear vision even in the depths. The discovery of the barreleye fish is a testament to the incredible diversity of life on Earth. Within our DNA lies a profound mystery, a vast expanse of genetic material long dismissed as junk. This non-coding DNA, making up 98% of our genome, was viewed as evolutionary leftovers. Recent research has revealed that junk DNA is a critical regulator of gene activity. Imagine our DNA as a vast library, with junk DNA providing context and regulation to the information within. Junk DNA is involved in myriad cellular processes, from controlling embryonic development to regulating the immune system. It also plays a role in the development of certain diseases. The discovery that junk DNA is far from junk is revolutionizing our understanding of genetics. By unraveling its secrets, scientists hope to develop new treatments and gain a deeper understanding of life. Few events can match the endurance and absurdity of the longest soccer match ever played. In 1946, two amateur teams, Stockport County and Doncaster Rovers, locked horns in a match that stretched over 3 epic days. What began as a typical Saturday afternoon match quickly descended into a surreal test of endurance. Days turned into nights as the match continued under the watchful gaze of a dedicated group of spectators. Floodlights illuminated the exhausted players as they battled on. By the time the final whistle blew, 72 hours and 35 goals later, the players could barely stand. The match ended in a 3-3 draw, abandoned due to the referee's exhaustion. In the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan lies a site that seems ripped from Dante's Inferno. A fiery chasm burning for over 5 decades is known as the Gates of Hell. In 1971, Soviet geologists searching for oil and natural gas created a massive crater filled with flammable gas. Fearing the escaping gas could pose a health hazard, they ignited it, believing it would burn out within a few days. The fire, fueled by natural gas, continues to burn, transforming the landscape into a surreal hellscape. Despite its ominous appearance, the Darvaza gas crater has become an unlikely tourist attraction. In mathematics, there exists a problem so profound, it has tantalized the world's greatest minds for over a century. The Riemann Hypothesis, if solved, could reshape our understanding of numbers. At its heart lies the distribution of prime numbers, those elusive building blocks of all other numbers. In 1859, Bernhard Riemann proposed a hypothesis suggesting a hidden order to the distribution of primes. The Riemann hypothesis states that all non-trivial zeros of the Riemann zeta function lie on a specific line in the complex plane. Proving or disproving this statement has profound implications for fields as diverse as cryptography and computer science. Despite generations of effort, the Riemann hypothesis remains unsolved, a tantalizing enigma. Beneath the waves lurks a fleet of submarines so stealthy, they are practically undetectable. These are the Astute-class submarines, the pride of the Royal Navy. Imagine a vessel capable of gliding silently through the ocean depths for months at a time. The Astute-class submarines, armed with torpedoes and cruise missiles, are the ultimate underwater predators. Their hulls are coated in anechoic tiles, absorbing sonar waves and rendering them invisible to enemy detection systems. The Astute-class submarines are a testament to human ingenuity and the element of surprise. The year is 1945. Hiroshima erupts in a blinding flash. Tsutomu Yamaguchi claws his way out of the rubble, miraculously alive. He had survived, but fate had other plans. His journey home to Nagasaki placed him in the path of another atomic inferno. 3 days after Hiroshima, he witnessed the unimaginable again. The devastation visited upon him twice, and yet he survived. Tsutomu Yamaguchi lived to 93, a reminder of the enduring strength of the human will. His tale is a stark reminder of the destructive power we wield. The scars of Hiroshima and Nagasaki serve as a solemn warning. We must learn from Yamaguchi's experience. For in his survival, there is hope, a hope that the human spirit can endure. Let his story guide us towards a future where such horrors are history. The Arctic, a realm of unforgiving beauty, has long held a siren's call for explorers. In 1845, Sir John Franklin led an expedition to find the Northwest Passage. His ships, HMS Erebus and HMS Terror, vanished in the Arctic. Years passed, and the silence grew deafening. In 2014, HMS Erebus was discovered underwater. 2 years later, HMS Terror was found. The mystery of their fate deepened. The Franklin expedition remains a cautionary tale. The White House, a symbol of American democracy and resilience, has weathered many storms throughout its history. But few realize that this iconic building, now so full of history and grandeur, was once a smoldering ruin. In 1814, during the War of 1812, British forces marched on Washington, D.C., their sights set on capturing the American capital. As darkness fell on August 24th, British troops stormed the city, meeting little resistance. The president and his cabinet fled, leaving the White House vulnerable to the advancing enemy. With a vengeance, British soldiers set fire to the presidential mansion, the flames consuming the building in a spectacle of destruction. For hours, the fire raged, fueled by the dry timber of the building's structure. Just when it seemed all hope was lost, the heavens opened. A torrential downpour extinguished the fire, sparing the White House from complete annihilation. Though badly damaged, the building stood, a testament to the unpredictable nature of fate and the enduring spirit of a nation. The burning of the White House serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the ever-present threat to democracy. The rebuilding of the White House became a symbol of American resilience, a beacon of hope for a nation determined to rise stronger from the ashes. The human body, a marvel of biological engineering, has long been the subject of scientific exploration and medical intervention. But what happens when science pushes the boundaries of what we consider possible, venturing into the realm of science fiction? In 2017, Italian neurosurgeon Sergio Canavero claimed to have successfully performed a head transplant on a cadaver. The procedure, shrouded in controversy, involved the meticulous reconnection of the spinal cord, blood vessels, and nerves of the severed head to a donor body. The prospect of head transplantation raises more questions than it answers, challenging our understanding of what it means to be human. Deep in the ancient lakes of Mexico, a creature of remarkable resilience and regenerative abilities makes its home. The axolotl, a type of salamander, possesses a unique characteristic that has captivated scientists and sparked imaginations for centuries. It seemingly does not age. Unlike most animals, which experience a decline in bodily functions and an increased susceptibility to disease as they grow older, the axolotl seems to defy the ravages of time. This remarkable amphibian spends its entire life in a larval state, retaining its youthful characteristics, including its feathery gills and its ability to regenerate lost limbs. Scientists have observed axolotls regrowing not only limbs but also parts of their hearts, spinal cords, and even portions of their brains. The axolotl, a creature seemingly untouched by time, may hold the key to unlocking a future where age is no longer a barrier to health and vitality. The natural world is a tapestry of interconnectedness, a web of life where even the most seemingly disparate organisms share a common ancestry. While it may come as a surprise, humans and bananas, those potassium-rich fruits we enjoy in our breakfast smoothies, share a surprising amount of genetic material. In fact, approximately 60% of our DNA is identical to that of a banana. This genetic kinship speaks to the shared evolutionary journey of all life on Earth. Billions of years ago, simple, single-celled organisms began to diversify and evolve, giving rise to the incredible diversity of life we see today. The fact that we share such a significant portion of our DNA with a banana highlights the fundamental building blocks of life that unite all living organisms. Understanding and appreciating this interconnectedness is essential for fostering a sense of responsibility for the natural world and for ensuring the health and well-being of all living creatures on our planet. The beautiful game, as soccer is often called, is known for its passion, its drama, and its capacity to unite people from all walks of life. But in 2019, a group of amateur footballers in England took their love for the sport to extraordinary lengths, playing a match that stretched the limits of human endurance and redefined the meaning of dedication. For 3 grueling days and nights, these athletes battled it out on the pitch, their determination fueled by a noble cause, raising money for charity. The match, a testament to the power of human spirit and the enduring allure of sport, captivated the local community and made headlines around the world. The 3-day soccer match stands as a testament to the power of sport to unite, inspire, and achieve the extraordinary. In the heart of the Chihuahuan Desert in Mexico lies a region shrouded in mystery and whispered tales of strange phenomena. Known as the Zone of Silence, this remote expanse of desert has earned a reputation as a place where the laws of physics seem to bend and the compass needle spins in confusion. Stories abound of radio signals vanishing into the ether, compasses rendered useless, and strange lights dancing across the night sky. Expeditions into the Zone of Silence often return with more questions than answers. The zone of silence stands as a testament to the enduring power of the unknown, a place where the boundaries of our understanding blur and the imagination is free to roam. The world of mathematics is often perceived as a realm of cold logic and rigid rules, a place where answers are either right or wrong. But beneath the surface of equations and theorems lies a world of elegance, beauty, and profound mystery. One such enigma was Fermat's last theorem, a deceptively simple statement scribbled in the margins of a book by 17th-century mathematician Pierre de Fermat. He claimed to have a proof, but tantalizingly, he never wrote it down. For over 3.5 centuries, Fermat's last theorem stood as a tantalizing challenge, a siren song that lured mathematicians into its depths. Then, in 1994, a breakthrough. Mathematician Andrew Wiles, after years of solitary toil, announced that he had finally cracked the code, his proof a testament to human ingenuity and the enduring power of mathematical reasoning. Wiles's achievement sent shockwaves through the world of mathematics, finally laying to rest a centuries-old enigma. Fermat's last theorem serves as a powerful reminder that even the most challenging problems can be solved with persistence, ingenuity, and a healthy dose of obsession. It is a testament to the power of the human mind to unravel the mysteries of the universe, one equation at a time. The Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension and the ever-present threat of nuclear annihilation, spawned some of the most ambitious and terrifying military projects in human history. While the world watched in fear as the superpowers amassed nuclear arsenals, a secret project was underway in the United States, one that aimed to turn the nation's railroads into instruments of war. The idea was as audacious as it was chilling, to create a network of missile trains capable of traversing the country's vast rail network, launching nuclear strikes from seemingly anywhere at a moment's notice. The rail garrison project was eventually scrapped, a victim of changing strategic priorities and the end of the Cold War. The story of America's missile trains serves as a chilling reminder of the lengths to which nations will go to ensure their survival, even if it means turning everyday infrastructure into potential weapons of mass destruction. Imagine an entire city bustling with life one moment, gone the next. That's precisely what happened in 1985 to La Roche, Canada. A colossal landslide, triggered by heavy rains and unstable ground, sent millions of tons of earth crashing down upon La Roche. Buildings crumbled, streets disappeared, and the entire town was dragged down into the raging river below. Miraculously, most residents managed to escape the terrifying grip of the collapsing earth, fleeing for their lives as their homes were consumed. The city that had vanished in a day became a stark reminder of the awesome and unpredictable power of the natural world. Even in the wake of such unimaginable loss, the people of La Roche found the strength to rebuild their lives, their memories of their lost city forever etched in their hearts. The passing of a monarch is always a momentous occasion, but the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022 transcended national mourning to become a global event of unprecedented scale. Billions around the world paused to pay their respects, united in grief and captivated by the solemnity of the occasion. The world watched as the funeral procession, a solemn and meticulously choreographed spectacle, made its way through the streets of London. Every detail, from the mournful strains of the bagpipes to the stoic faces of the guards, spoke of the Queen's enduring legacy. The sheer number of viewers, estimated to be over 4 billion, surpassed even the most watched events in human history. From heads of state to ordinary citizens, people from all walks of life tuned in to witness this historic event. Queen Elizabeth II's reign spanned a period of immense change and upheaval, yet she remained a symbol of stability and continuity. The annals of history are replete with tales of untimely demises, but few are as curious as that of Zachary Taylor, the 12th President of the United States. In the summer of 1850, a seemingly innocuous indulgence proved to be his undoing. On a sweltering July day, President Taylor attended Independence Day celebrations, partaking in a feast of fresh cherries and ice-cold milk. Days later, Taylor succumbed to his illness, plunging the nation into mourning. Most historians believe it was a case of fatal food poisoning, likely brought on by bacteria in the cherries or the milk. In those days, before refrigeration and modern food safety practices, contaminated food was an ever-present danger. Zachary Taylor's legacy may be overshadowed by his sudden and peculiar death, but his story serves as a cautionary tale from a bygone era. In the relentless march of scientific progress, 2010 marked a pivotal moment: the creation of artificial life. Leading the charge was scientist Craig Venter and his groundbreaking creation, a self-replicating synthetic cell. Venter's team meticulously assembled the building blocks of life, creating a synthetic genome, the blueprint of a living organism. This artificial DNA was then transplanted into an empty cell, effectively booting it up like a biological computer program. The result was astonishing. The cell, now imbued with its synthetic instructions, sprang to life, dividing and replicating itself. The implications of Venter's creation were far-reaching, opening up a Pandora's box of possibilities and ethical dilemmas. The creation of artificial life marked a profound turning point in human history, a testament to our insatiable curiosity and our boundless capacity for innovation. In the depths of the ocean, where sunlight fades and silence reigns, there exists a creature that defies expectations: the pistol shrimp. Measuring a mere 5 centimeters in length, the pistol shrimp possesses a remarkable weapon, a specialized claw that can snap shut with blinding speed. This rapid closure generates a cavitation bubble, a pocket of vaporized water that collapses with tremendous force. The implosion of this bubble creates a shockwave so intense that it can reach an astounding 218 decibels, a sound louder than a jet engine at takeoff. This sonic blast is not just for show, it's a hunting tool of unparalleled effectiveness. When the pistol shrimp snaps its claw, the shockwave stuns its prey, often killing small fish and crustaceans instantly. It's a reminder that the natural world is full of surprises, where even the tiniest of creatures can possess extraordinary abilities. Kissing, an act so ingrained in human culture, holds a surprisingly complex and mysterious history. Anthropologists believe that kissing, far from being an innate human behavior, emerged thousands of years ago as a learned practice. It's thought to have originated as a way for mothers to feed their infants. In ancient cultures, mothers would pre-chew food for their babies, passing the softened morsels directly from their mouths to their children's. This act of pre-mastication is believed to be the precursor to the kiss as we know it today. Over time, this feeding ritual evolved, transforming from a purely practical act to one imbued with emotional significance. The kiss, once a means of sustenance, became an expression of affection, comfort, and love. The world of football is not without its share of superstitions. Among the most intriguing is the so-called World Cup curse, a pattern of misfortune that has plagued defending champions since the turn of the millennium. Since 2002, an eerie trend has emerged. Almost every World Cup champion has suffered an ignominious exit in the group stage of the subsequent tournament. It began with France in 2002, followed by Italy in 2010, Spain in 2014, and Germany in 2018. Football fans and pundits alike have offered numerous theories ranging from the cyclical nature of team performance to the immense pressure of defending a World Cup title. Some suggest that the curse is a self-fulfilling prophecy, as defending champions may subconsciously underestimate their opponents or succumb to the weight of expectations. Whatever the explanation, the World Cup curse has become a source of endless fascination and debate. The Egyptian pyramids, towering testaments to human ingenuity, have captivated our imaginations for millennia. But these ancient structures still hold secrets, mysteries that continue to baffle archaeologists and scientists alike. In 2016, a team of researchers made a startling discovery: thermal anomalies within the Great Pyramid of Giza. Using infrared thermography, they detected that certain areas of the pyramid were significantly warmer than others, with no immediately apparent explanation. These thermal discrepancies suggest the presence of unknown voids or chambers within the structure. Some speculate that these hidden chambers could contain treasures beyond our wildest dreams, lost libraries of ancient knowledge, secret tombs of pharaohs, or even advanced technologies from a bygone era. The search for answers continues, fueled by our insatiable curiosity and our desire to unravel the mysteries of the ancient world. The world of mathematics is not without its share of tantalizing mysteries. Among the most intriguing is the P versus NP problem, a conundrum so profound that it carries a $1 million reward for its solution. This perplexing problem asks a seemingly simple question. If a solution to a problem can be quickly verified, can it also be quickly solved? The implications of solving P versus NP are far-reaching. If it turns out that P equals NP, it would revolutionize fields like cryptography, optimization, and artificial intelligence. The Clay Mathematics Institute offers a $1 million prize to anyone who can provide a definitive proof. The P versus NP problem stands as a testament to the enduring power of mathematics to both challenge and inspire us. In the shadowy world of espionage and covert operations, few organizations command the same level of respect and fear as the United Kingdom's Special Air Service, better known as the SAS. Formed during the darkest days of World War II, the SAS has evolved into one of the world's most elite and secretive military units. Their motto, "Who dares wins," encapsulates their ethos, a willingness to undertake the most dangerous missions with unwavering courage and determination. The SAS is renowned for its rigorous selection process, a grueling test of physical and mental endurance that only a select few manage to pass. Their missions are shrouded in secrecy, often conducted behind enemy lines, their objectives ranging from counter-terrorism operations to hostage rescues. The SAS operates in the shadows, their successes rarely celebrated, their failures rarely acknowledged. Our first stop takes us to our rusty red neighbor Mars. Now Mars gets a lot of hype as a potential second home for humanity. It's the planet we've studied the most, the one we've sent the most robots to, and the one that seems, at least on the surface, the most hospitable. But don't let those pretty pictures from the rovers fool you. Mars is a cold, unforgiving desert, and it wants you dead just as much as any other planet in our solar system. First and foremost, let's talk about the air, or lack thereof. You see, the Martian atmosphere is incredibly thin, about 1% the density of Earth's. And it's not just thin, it's also the wrong flavor for us humans. Instead of the life-giving nitrogen and oxygen we're used to breathing here on Earth, Mars is mostly carbon dioxide, with a sprinkle of other gases we really don't want in our lungs. What does that mean for you? Well, take one step onto the Martian surface without a spacesuit, and you'd be gasping for your last breath in a matter of seconds. But let's say, hypothetically, you had some magical device that instantly teleported you to Mars with an oxygen mask strapped to your face. Crisis averted, right? Wrong. You see, the Martian atmosphere isn't just unbreathable, it's also terrifyingly thin. And that lack of atmospheric pressure has some pretty gruesome consequences for the human body. Here on Earth, we're comfortably nestled under a blanket of air that exerts a certain amount of pressure on us, keeps our insides, well, inside. But on Mars, with almost no atmospheric pressure to hold things together, your blood would literally start to boil. Not a rolling boil, mind you, but a slow, insidious simmer. And it wouldn't just be your blood. Your bodily fluids would join the party too. Imagine your eyes bulging, your skin blistering, all while your insides are doing the slow bubble. Not a pretty picture, is it? And if the suffocating atmosphere and boiling blood weren't enough to deter you from booking a one-way ticket to Mars, let's talk about the temperature. Mars is, to put it mildly, freezing cold. I'm talking an average surface temperature of about minus 60 degrees Celsius or minus 76 degrees Fahrenheit for you Earthlings. But hey, at least there's one upside to this whole Martian death trap. Because of that thin atmosphere, sound doesn't travel as well on Mars. Next on our cosmic road trip of doom, we're heading deeper into our solar system to meet the big boys Jupiter and Saturn, the gas giants. Now, unlike Mars, these two behemoths don't even pretend to be hospitable. They're giant balls of swirling gas with no solid surface to speak of, and they're both home to some of the most extreme weather conditions in our solar system. Let's start with Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system. Imagine this. You're free-falling towards Jupiter, the magnificent bands of swirling clouds growing larger and larger. You might think you'd just float harmlessly through these clouds, but you'd be wrong. Dead wrong. You see, Jupiter's atmosphere is incredibly dense. As you fall deeper, the pressure would increase dramatically, crushing you from all sides. It would be like having 1,000 elephants standing on your chest, except instead of elephants, it's just the immense weight of Jupiter's atmosphere. But it's not just the pressure that's a problem. Jupiter is also home to monstrous storms, some bigger than the entire Earth. These storms are like hurricanes on steroids with winds whipping around at hundreds of miles per hour. And if the pressure and the wind don't get you, the lightning will. Jupiter's lightning storms are thousands of times more powerful than anything we experience here on Earth. You'd be fried to a crisp before you even knew what hit you. Now let's move on to Saturn, the ringed beauty of our solar system. Saturn shares many similarities with Jupiter. It's a gas giant with no solid surface, and it has a similarly crushing atmosphere. However, Saturn's atmosphere is less dense than Jupiter's, so you wouldn't be crushed quite as quickly. But don't let that lull you into a false sense of security. Saturn has another trick up its sleeve: supersonic winds. These winds can reach speeds of over 1,000 miles per hour, which is faster than the speed of sound on Earth. Chapter 3. Uranus and Neptune, the icy giants of death. Hold on to your hats, space cadets, because our next stop takes us to the outer reaches of our solar system, where we meet the ice giants, Uranus and Neptune. These two planets are cold, dark, and incredibly hostile to life as we know it. Prepare yourselves, because things are about to get really, really chilly. First up is Uranus, the tilted giant. Now Uranus is often overlooked, overshadowed by its larger, more flamboyant siblings. But don't let that fool you. Uranus is a fascinating and terrifying planet in its own right. For starters, Uranus holds the record for the coldest planetary atmosphere in our solar system, with temperatures plummeting to a bone-chilling minus 224 degrees Celsius. That's colder than a witch's. Well, you get the idea. But the cold is just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. Uranus's atmosphere is also composed primarily of hydrogen and helium, but it also contains a significant amount of methane. And methane, my friends, is not something you want to be breathing in large quantities. It's flammable, it's toxic, and it's what gives Uranus its distinctive blue-green hue. In other words, it's a recipe for disaster. And as if the freezing temperatures and toxic atmosphere weren't bad enough, Uranus also has a crushing gravitational force. Now, it's not as strong as Jupiter's or Saturn's, but it's still strong enough to crush you like a bug if you were foolish enough to venture too close. Next, we have Neptune, the ruler of the outer solar system. Neptune is similar to Uranus in many ways. It's an ice giant with a thick atmosphere composed mostly of hydrogen, helium, and methane. But Neptune is a much more dynamic and violent planet than its calmer, colder sibling. Neptune is home to the fastest winds in our solar system, with speeds reaching a mind-boggling 2,100 kilometers per hour. That's over 1,300 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, the strongest tornadoes on Earth only reach speeds of about 300 miles per hour. So yeah, Neptune's winds would tear you apart like a wet paper bag. And if by some miracle you managed to survive the supersonic winds, you'd still have to contend with Neptune's extreme cold and pressure. Like Uranus, Neptune is incredibly cold, with temperatures dropping to minus 214 degrees Celsius. And its atmospheric pressure is also incredibly high, strong enough to crush you like a grape. But hey, here's a fun fact about Neptune to lighten the mood. Did you know that Neptune has massive storms that are the size of Earth? Chapter 4. Pluto, a frozen outpost of doom. And finally, we arrive at the dwarf planet Pluto, once considered the 9th planet of our solar system. Now, I know Pluto's demotion to dwarf planet status was a bit of a sore subject for some people, but let's be honest, Pluto was always the odd one out. It's tiny, it's icy, and it hangs out in the Kuiper Belt, a region of icy bodies beyond Neptune. But just because Pluto is small and far away doesn't mean it's not dangerous. In fact, Pluto is a frozen wasteland that would kill you just as quickly as any of the other planets on our list. For starters, Pluto is incredibly cold. I'm talking surface temperatures of minus 230 degrees Celsius, which is colder than liquid nitrogen. You'd freeze solid in an instant, your body turning brittle and cracking like a dropped ice cube. But the cold isn't the only thing you'd have to worry about on Pluto. Its atmosphere is also incredibly thin, about 100,000 times thinner than Earth's. In fact, it's so thin that it's practically non-existent. So even if you could survive the freezing temperatures, you'd still suffocate in an instant because there's simply not enough air to breathe. And if the cold and the lack of air don't get you, the low atmospheric pressure will. Deep in the heart of Papua New Guinea, amidst the lush rainforests, lives the Sepik tribe, a people whose lives are inextricably linked to the creatures of their environment. Here, the crocodile is not merely an animal, but a sacred ancestor, revered and feared in equal measure. For the Sepik people, The boundary between the human and animal world is fluid, a belief manifested most strikingly in their initiation rituals. Young men undergo a grueling transformation, a physical embodiment of their spiritual connection to the crocodile. Imagine the searing pain as sharp blades carve deep into their skin, mimicking the distinctive scales of a crocodile. The scars, etched permanently onto their flesh, serve as a constant reminder of this profound connection. Living in such close proximity to these formidable creatures, the Sepik people have developed a deep understanding of their behavior, respecting their power while navigating the delicate balance between coexistence and survival. Our journey now takes us from the wilds of Papua New Guinea to the realm of wartime secrets and unexplained phenomena. The year is 1943, the height of World War II. In the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, it is said, a top-secret experiment unfolded, one that continues to spark debate and fuel conspiracy theories to this day. The USS Eldridge, a destroyer ship, was the subject of this alleged experiment, a daring attempt to render the vessel invisible to enemy radar. Witnesses describe a scene of otherworldly events. The Eldridge, shrouded in an eerie green fog, flickered in and out of existence, its hull seemingly merging with the very fabric of space-time. Some accounts claim the ship vanished entirely from Philadelphia, only to reappear moments later in Norfolk, Virginia, hundreds of miles away. The legend of the Philadelphia experiment persists, fueled by whispers of classified documents and hushed-up cover-ups. The fog of war often obscures the line between victory and defeat, but few battles exemplify this more than the Battle of New Orleans. Imagine the thunderous roar of cannons, the acrid smoke of gunpowder filling the air, and the clash of muskets as American and British forces collided. It was January 8, 1815, and both sides fought fiercely, unaware that peace had already been declared. News traveled slowly then. The Treaty of Ghent, signed weeks earlier, lay dormant in a ship crossing the Atlantic. The Battle of New Orleans, a resounding victory for the Americans, stands as a reminder of the capricious nature of war and the delayed arrival of peace. It is a testament to the bravery of soldiers who fought and died for their countries, even when the cause had ceased to exist. Towering above the City of Lights, the Eiffel Tower has long been a symbol of human ingenuity and architectural grandeur. But this iconic structure harbors a secret past, one that intertwines with the intrigue and espionage of World War I. In 1908, what began as a scientific experiment, harnessing the tower's height to conduct radio transmissions, soon evolved into a crucial tool of war. As the conflict engulfed Europe, the Eiffel Tower's strategic location and powerful antenna proved invaluable to the Allied forces. It became a hub for intercepting German military communications, its long reach extending deep into enemy territory. Hidden within its structure, operators listened intently to the coded messages, deciphering plans and troop movements. Today, as tourists marvel at its intricate design and breathtaking views, few realize the pivotal role the Eiffel Tower played in shaping the course of history. Our journey now takes us from the heights of the Eiffel Tower to the ocean depths, where a creature of remarkable camouflage and potent venom lurks, the stonefish. Imagine the ocean floor, a tapestry of coral reefs and swaying seaweed, where danger often lies hidden in plain sight. The stonefish, a master of disguise, blends seamlessly into its surroundings, its mottled skin mimicking the texture and color of rocks and coral. It lies in wait, a silent predator, its body adorned with venomous spines, a potent defense against unsuspecting prey. Unfortunate swimmers or waders who accidentally step on a stonefish experience excruciating pain, a searing agony that radiates throughout their body. The stonefish's venom is considered one of the most potent in the marine world, a testament to the power of nature's defenses. From the depths of the ocean, we turn our attention to the mists of time, to an era of Viking raids and legendary craftsmanship. The Ulfberht sword, a weapon of exceptional quality, has puzzled historians and blacksmiths for centuries. Imagine the clang of hammer against steel, the fiery glow of the forge illuminating the faces of Viking craftsmen. They are forging the Ulfberht sword, a blade so expertly crafted, so far ahead of its time, that its existence seems to defy the very laws of metallurgy. The Ulfbert swords, dating back to the 9th to 11th centuries, were renowned for their strength, flexibility, and sharpness. Crucible steel, with its superior properties, was not thought to have been produced in Europe until centuries later. How did the Vikings, in an era of rudimentary technology, manage to produce blades of such exceptional quality? The Ulfbert sword remains a tantalizing mystery, a testament to the ingenuity of our ancestors. Our journey takes us now to the heart of England, where a peculiar and decidedly painful tradition has endured for centuries: shin kicking. Imagine a field packed with spectators, their faces a mixture of amusement and apprehension, their eyes fixed on two competitors locked in a battle of brute force and sheer willpower. Shin kicking, as the name suggests, involves two opponents kicking each other repeatedly in the shins until one of them cries out in pain or collapses to the ground. It is a test of endurance, pain tolerance, and perhaps a touch of madness. To lessen the excruciating pain, competitors are allowed to stuff their trousers with straw or hay, a meager defense against the relentless onslaught of kicks. The rules, though simple, are unforgiving. Shin kicking, though brutal by today's standards, offers a glimpse into the rough-and-tumble world of traditional English sports. From the pain-inducing world of shin kicking, we venture into the realm of unsolved mysteries and undeciphered texts, where the Voynich manuscript reigns supreme. Imagine a book, its pages filled with strange symbols and intricate illustrations, a language unknown to any scholar, a code that has resisted all attempts at decipherment. The Voynich manuscript, named after Wilfrid Voynich, the Polish book dealer who acquired it in 1912, has baffled cryptographers, linguists, and historians for over a century. Its pages are adorned with drawings of unidentified plants, astronomical charts that seem to defy known celestial bodies, and anatomical illustrations that blur the lines between reality and fantasy. Some believe the manuscript to be a secret code, a message from a bygone era, perhaps containing alchemical formulas or lost scientific knowledge. Despite countless attempts to unlock its secrets, the Voynich manuscript remains an enigma, its true purpose and meaning shrouded in mystery. Our journey takes us now from the realm of ancient manuscripts to the abstract world of mathematics, where a single unsolved problem has tantalized mathematicians for over a century: the Riemann hypothesis. Imagine a world where the distribution of prime numbers, those building blocks of arithmetic, holds the key to unlocking profound secrets about the nature of numbers and the very fabric of reality. The Riemann hypothesis, proposed by German mathematician Bernhard Riemann in 1859, delves into the seemingly random distribution of prime numbers. Riemann discovered a hidden pattern, a connection between the distribution of prime numbers and a complex mathematical function known as the Riemann zeta function. Solving the Riemann hypothesis would have profound implications for various fields, from cryptography and computer science to physics and our understanding of the universe itself. The Clay Mathematics Institute offers a $1 million prize for anyone who can crack the code, who can prove or disprove the Riemann hypothesis. Our journey concludes with a touch of elegance and a whiff of serendipity as we delve into the story behind one of the world's most iconic perfumes. Chanel No. 5. Imagine the year 1921, the Roaring Twenties, a time of flapper dresses, jazz music, and liberation. Coco Chanel sought a perfume that embodied the modern woman, daring, alluring, and timeless. She turned to perfumer Ernest Beau to create this fragrance. Beau experimented with floral notes and aldehydes, adding a sparkling quality. Legend has it, an assistant accidentally added extra aldehydes to a sample. Chanel was captivated by this sample, No. 5. Thus, Chanel No. 5 was born. A happy accident created one of the world's most beloved perfumes. Chanel No. 5 became an instant success, a symbol of luxury and timeless appeal.
Deep within the lush rainforests of West Papua, Indonesia, lives the Dani tribe, a people with a unique relationship to the world, and indeed to their own emotions. For the Dani, a smile is not a simple gesture of joy or amusement. It's a powerful expression, reserved for specific situations and often a sign of aggression. Imagine a world where showing your teeth is not a friendly greeting, but a challenge, a display of strength, even a precursor to conflict. This intriguing cultural norm has shaped the very fabric of Dani society, influencing their interactions and shaping their understanding of the world around them. When death visits the Dani, It brings with it another curious custom. The women, overcome with grief, express their sorrow in a most extraordinary way by removing a portion of their finger. The year is 1932. The setting, the vast Australian outback. Our protagonists? Not hardened soldiers, but thousands upon thousands of emus, those flightless, feathered giants of the southern hemisphere. Picture this. Australia in the grip of the Great Depression, its farmers struggling to survive. And then, a plague descends upon their already burdened land. A plague of emus. These enormous birds, driven by drought, began to overrun farms, devouring crops and leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. Desperate times called for desperate measures. The Australian government declared war on the emus. Soldiers armed with Lewis guns were dispatched to combat the avian enemy. But the emus, fast and resilient, outmaneuvered their human adversaries at every turn. History is replete with tales of epic battles, clashes of civilizations that span decades and reshaped the map of the world. But what about the shortest war ever fought? A war so swift, so decisive, that it was over almost before it began. This, my friends, is the story of the Anglo-Zanzibar War. The year was 1896. The location, the island of Zanzibar, a jewel off the coast of East Africa. The belligerents, the mighty British Empire and the Sultanate of Zanzibar. The spark that ignited this fleeting conflict was the death of the pro-British Sultan and the ascension of his more independent-minded cousin, Khalid bin Bargash. The British demanded Khalid's immediate abdication. Khalid refused to yield. At precisely 9:02 a.m. on the 27th of August, 1896, the British unleashed their might upon Zanzibar. At 9:40 a.m., a mere 38 minutes after the first shot was fired, the ceasefire was declared. Imagine a world without shadows, where the sun stands directly overhead, and for a brief moment, objects appear to lose their three-dimensionality. This is not a scene from a science fiction novel, but a real phenomenon that occurs twice a year along the equator, a phenomenon known as the equinox. On these special days, March 21st and September 23rd, the sun aligns perfectly with the equator, casting its rays directly down upon this imaginary line that girdles the earth. As the sun reaches its zenith, its light strikes the earth at a perfect 90-degree angle, causing objects to cast no shadows, at least for a fleeting moment. This curious event, a quirk of our planet's tilt and rotation, has captivated cultures for centuries. Today, we understand the science behind it, but it still retains a certain magic, a reminder of the intricate and awe-inspiring workings of our universe. In the heart of Mexico, in the ancient lakes and canals that crisscross the Valley of Mexico, there lives a creature so peculiar, so seemingly out of place, that it has captivated the imaginations of scientists and nature enthusiasts alike. This is the axolotl, a creature that seems to defy the very laws of nature. Imagine a salamander, but one that never truly grows up. The axolotl, unlike its amphibian cousins, retains its juvenile features throughout its life, its feathery gills and youthful appearance a permanent fixture. This phenomenon, known as neoteny, is just one of the many mysteries that surround this enigmatic creature. But the axolotl's strangeness doesn't end there. It possesses an almost mythical ability, one that has long fascinated scientists, the power of regeneration. Lose a limb? No problem for the axolotl. It can simply regrow a new one, perfectly formed and fully functional. The passage of time has a way of eroding even the most enduring of objects. Metal rusts, wood decays, stone crumbles. Yet, in the annals of archaeology, there are occasional discoveries that defy this relentless march of time, objects that seem to have emerged from the depths of history unscathed. One such discovery was made in Denmark, a land steeped in the lore of Vikings and ancient civilizations. There, archaeologists unearthed a relic so remarkable, so unexpected, that it sent ripples of astonishment through the scientific community. It was a sword, a weapon forged in the crucible of the Iron Age, over 3,000 years ago. But this was no ordinary artifact, dulled by the passage of millennia. This sword, pulled from the earth after centuries of slumber, was still sharp. The answer, it seems, lies in the exceptional skill of the ancient swordsmiths. Chess, the game of kings, a battle of wits waged on a checkered board. But what happens when you take this ancient game, strip away the comfort of a warm room and a sturdy table, and transplant it to the frozen heart of winter? You get snow chess, a Finnish tradition that combines strategic thinking with an almost superhuman tolerance for the cold. Imagine this, a pristine blanket of snow, the air biting cold, your breath forming frosty clouds around your face. And there, in the midst of this winter wonderland, a giant chessboard carved into the snow awaits. Players, clad in warm clothing, their breath misting in the frigid air, battle it out on this frozen battleground, their bare hands gripping the oversized chess pieces. But snow chess is more than just a game of strategy. It's a test of endurance, a battle against the elements themselves. Only the most resilient, those with a true warrior spirit, can hope to conquer in this ultimate test of mind over matter. The night sky, a canvas of twinkling stars and celestial wonders. But what happens when strange lights, defying explanation, begin to dance across this familiar backdrop? This is the mystery of the Hessdalen lights, a phenomenon that has baffled scientists and stargazers for decades. High above the Hessdalen Valley in Norway, a remote and sparsely populated region known for its natural beauty, these enigmatic lights make their appearance. Imagine this. You're gazing up at the night sky, the stars twinkling like celestial fireflies, when suddenly a bright light appears, hovering silently in the distance. It shimmers, changes color, perhaps even moves erratically, before vanishing as quickly as it appeared. Scientists have proposed numerous theories, ranging from ionized dust particles to atmospheric disturbances, but none have been able to fully explain the strange behavior of these lights. Are they a natural phenomenon, yet to be understood by science? Or could they be something else entirely? The world of mathematics is often seen as a realm of order, of logic and reason, where every problem has a solution, every equation a neat and tidy answer. But even in this world of precision and certainty, there are mysteries that have stumped the greatest minds for centuries. One such mystery is the question of odd perfect numbers, a mathematical enigma that has tantalized mathematicians since the time of the ancient Greeks. A perfect number, you see, is a number that is equal to the sum of its proper divisors, that is, all the numbers that divide into it evenly, excluding itself. Take the number 6, for example. Its proper divisors are 1, 2, and 3. And if you add those up, 1 plus 2 plus 3, you get 6. But here's the catch. All known perfect numbers are even. The sense of smell, they say, is the most evocative of all our senses, capable of transporting us back in time, conjuring up vivid memories with a single whiff. But what if we could travel back through millennia, experiencing the sense of the ancient world, long lost to the passage of time? In Cyprus, an island steeped in history and mythology, archaeologists made a discovery that allowed us to do just that. They unearthed a perfume, a concoction of fragrances crafted over 4,000 years ago, making it the oldest known perfume in the world. Imagine the excitement as they carefully lifted the lid of the ancient vessel, releasing a scent that had been trapped for millennia. According to the archaeologists, it was a complex blend of lavender, rosemary, and cinnamon, a fragrance both familiar and strangely exotic. Today, perfumers have attempted to recreate this ancient scent using the same ingredients and techniques employed by their ancient counterparts. Well, there you have it, a glimpse into some of the most fascinating and bizarre curiosities our planet has to offer. If you enjoyed this exploration into the curious corners of our world, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive, and remember, the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered.